Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Kevin here bringing you more movie news. This time on the casting for Knives Out 2. And we have plot leaks on both Indiana Jones 5 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So this should be a pretty interesting video. So what I'm going to need you guys to do is punch your movie ticket by smacking that like button down there and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already to keep up on more movie news. Let's start with Knives Out 2. So Hollywood Reporter has revealed that Kate Hudson is the newest cast member to the movie. Now originally we had stated that Daniel Craig is the only cast member returning for the second film. So we are going to follow him as he investigates a new group of people for a problem that we have yet to figure out. That plot has not been disclosed yet, but we now know that Kate Hudson is the newest cast member who will be joining alongside of Leslie Odom Jr., Katherine Heine, and Janelle Monáe. I really hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I hate when I mispronounce names, but sometimes they're not always pronounced the way they read on paper. Anyway, long story short, it looks like the Knives Out 2 cast is getting pretty big, just like the first one, so that leaves me pretty excited that this is going to be just as good a movie as the first one. I enjoyed the first one tremendously. If you haven't seen it, you're doing yourself an injustice. Go watch it. It's really good. So I'm hoping they're taking all that success, moving it into the second one. It sounds like they are. The casting is turning out really well, so I can't wait for this film. So moving on to Indiana Jones 5, we actually have some plot leaks on this film. Now, the last film which we had was Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That film took place somewhere in the 50s. Now, this one's going to take place roughly 10 years after that in the 60s. Now, we all know Indiana Jones is getting up there in age, and let's not lie. Harrison Ford's got a few more gray hairs and a few more wrinkles than he did in the last film. So, this one, again, 1960s, and from what we now understand, Mads Mikkelsen's character is going to be the main antagonist, according to the Illuminati. It's also reported here on Murphy's Multiverse, and it is said that he's going to be playing a former Nazi scientist who is enlisted by the NSA to work on their moon landing initiative. Mikkelsen's CIA handler tasked with being his babysitter will supposedly be played by Shanette Renee Wilson, who will also be the female villain working alongside of Mikkelsen. Now this is pretty interesting because it gives me a whole slew of ideas running through my head on what could possibly be going on through this movie. If Mads Mikkelsen's character is a scientist who is now working for NASA, and we had the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull previously, which we now know there are aliens in the world. Does this mean at some point they're going to be trying to use NASA to get into space to discover more aliens? Is Indiana Jones going to end up being in space? Are we really going to stretch it that far? I'm hoping we're not. If we keep it in NASA on Earth, trying to find out, all right, maybe they're reaching for more aliens, or trying to find alien technology to build, let's say, a bomb or something like that. That could be really good. I could get down with that kind of a plot. If we're going to send Indiana Jones into space, I think we might be stretching things a little bit. I feel like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was already stretched enough. Let's not push things too far. But overall, I'm pretty excited about this. Again, 1960s, moon landing. I mean, it's all fitting together. I like where they're going with it. So I do want to keep an eye on it and find out if there are any more details that are going to soon pop up. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, so I'm hoping they do this one right. It's the first one without Steven Spielberg, so that's going to be interesting. It's probably going to feel like a completely different franchise. Hoping they can do it in a way that it doesn't feel too disconnected. We're just going to have to wait and see. So leave me your comments down below what you think about this. Indiana Jones and NASA. This is going to be an interesting one. So please light up that comment section. I definitely want to hear your input on this. All right, moving on to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We also have plot leaks on this. So according to the United States Copyright Office, there is some more details on Sonic 2. Now, this stuff isn't set in stone. It can be changed, but there is information on the plot of the movie. Now, it says, after settling in Green Hills, Sonic is ready for more freedom, and Tom and Maddie agree to leave him home while they go on vacation. But no sooner are they gone when Dr. Robotnik comes back, this time with a new partner, Knuckles. in search for an emerald that has the power to both build and destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick Tails, and together they embark on a journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Now, if this plot description holds true and stays on course, it's pretty much on par with what a lot of us thought was going to happen. We're even bringing the Chaos Emeralds into this film. Really great idea. I love the direction they're going. And as I predicted, Knuckles is going to start out the film working side by side with Dr. Robotnik. Now, again, this is something I talked about in previous videos. Knuckles is going to start out that way, and then my forecast is that he's going to, somewhere down the line, realize, hey, this guy isn't on the up and up. Maybe I'm on the wrong team here, and switches sides and helps Sonic defeat Robotnik. That's always how the story went. If you played the game, that was the storyline. So it seems like they're holding true to that. So the plot isn't a huge surprise. It's pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. The Chaos Emeralds are finally going to make their way into this film, so I'm anxious to see in what direction they take it, what powers the Chaos Emeralds have, and so on and so forth as far as that's concerned. For some reason, I'm also thinking we're going to find Sonic developing new powers, more abilities that we didn't see in the first film, so I'm going to be anxious to look into that as well. Leave me your comments down below what you think of all the details for the Sonic 2 movie. Again, please drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you at the concession stands.